as Lionel just mentioned, that's already impacting us right here in East Tennessee.
Yeah, some areas have already picked up between an inch to an inch and a half. We have 2 flash flood warnings in effect, and we're really at the beginning stages of this event. We're weather aware now through Friday for the potential for multiple rounds of heavy rain that could lead to some localized flash flooding and river flooding as well. So here's a current look at the radar. Notice scattered showers and storms around where you're dealing with rain from the Plateau, Southern Valley, north and east of Knoxville. If you're not dealing with rain right now, you likely will as we go through the afternoon. I'm going to zoom into the flash flood warnings though, because that is the utmost concern at this hour. Flash flood warning continues for Blount County and some of Monroe County until 2:15. It's starting to rain again in this area, and already 1 to 3 inches of rain has fallen in this specific area. So Maryville, want to watch out for some localized flooding and flash flooding as we head through the afternoon. We're also watching Hawkins County and some of Hancock County. Flash flood warning continues until 3:15. Once again, 1 to 3 inches of rain has already fallen in this area. It's still raining and more rain is moving in. We could see more flash flood warnings through the afternoon, so just have ways to receive watches and warnings. Because this really tells the story right here. This front stalled right over the plateau, and it's acting like a straw, pulling in Gulf moisture. This is our next batch right here. Downpours from Alabama into Georgia. That's what's moving in through the afternoon. So it is going to be a soggy afternoon, and we have to watch that potential for localized flooding. Notice our flooding risk has jumped up just a little bit. So we have a level 2 out of 4 area here in yellow. That's mainly for urban areas, roads, any low-lying areas. Watch out for those. Those could flood. But at the highest risk for flooding today is right across the Smokies. Numerous flash flooding events are possible, and some significant events are possible. And we have a flood risk in place not just today, through Thursday and Friday as well. We do have a low end chance for an isolated strong to severe storm as well. Some good news I can give you, there's already been a lot of rain, so I do think our severe risk is decreasing. Of course, we will watch it closely. Areas east of Knoxville, an isolated brief tornadoes possible, and isolated gusty to damaging winds. But again, this rain is stabilizing our environment. So the good news, maybe we won't see the severe weather, but still we have to watch for that potential for locally heavy rainfall. So we're flooding for that on Thursday. Once again, the high risk for the Smokies and a level 2 out of 4 for most of the area. So our flooding risk continues into tomorrow. That's why we have a flood watch in effect for most of the area. So the timeline here, we will continue to see these bands of moisture lift into the area. And that's also the Carolinas. So that's where some of the highest rain totals will be on the other side of the border. Into Thursday morning, still seeing heavy downpours, and rain continues into Thursday afternoon and evening as well. Now Thursday night, that's when we start to bring in Tropical Storm Helene. Now, everything I've talked about so far has nothing to do with that tropical system. This is just tropical moisture well out ahead of this storm. Some light at the end of the tunnel, though. The second half of Friday trending on the drier side. I'm sure we'll all be looking forward to that at that point. Hurricane Helene, now a Category 1 hurricane. It's going to move out over the open Gulf and strengthen up pretty quickly, becoming a major hurricane as it makes landfall the Big Bend region of Florida, likely later on Thursday. So storm surge, heavy rain, and tornadoes will be a concern, especially across Florida and to the Carolinas. Notice how the storm could maintain its tropical storm status. That just means some gustier winds are going to be in place. That exact track of where this storm goes is really going to dictate just how strong our wind gusts are going to be Thursday night into Friday. And one thing I want to let you know about, we don't have a tropical storm watch in effect for our area, but notice the other side of the border does in North Carolina. So it's possible we could get a tropical storm watch issued for Thursday night into Friday. That just means some pretty strong winds. We're talking wind gusts upwards of about 70 miles per hour, especially in the higher elevations of the Smokies. It's going to be an active couple of days. We're weather aware today and tomorrow for the potential for some locally heavy rainfall, which could lead to some flooding. We're weather aware on Friday from impacts from that tropical system. As we head into the weekend, the forecast turns just a little bit quieter. Yes, there's still rain in the forecast, but our intensity will decrease and coverage will increase as well.